Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is HDTGeorge, and today we are back out on the trail again, getting our 3 miles in. If you would, please reach down below you here, like, subscribe. We are about to break 30 subscribers, which is not bad for 2 weeks work, starting from the ground up. So, I was up late last night. I did manage to get in some gaming. You'll see the footage of that below you here. I got my weekly stuff done in Destiny, getting prepared for the weekend to come, going back into trials, and on top of that we've got the Halo flight. I am rapidly waiting, checking my email, waiting for the code to begin my download. If you know, internet here needs all the help it can get. So, speaking of, my normal daily routine has become come out here and walk, talk to you folks, head back to the house, edit these videos. Takes about 15 minutes. And then a 3-hour upload for a 10-minute video to YouTube. Yeah, that's the kind of internet that I've got. But I have been finding creative ways to stay engaged with the game during these huge chunks of time that I can't actually log on and play the game. And last night, while I was finishing up t-shirt designs, by the way, t-shirts, Monday, done deal, we are on it. But while I was doing the designs, I got the distinct pleasure that only happens every other week of getting to watch not one, but 2 of my favorite podcasts. If you are a new player or maybe a pleb like me, looking for resources to improve your game or just stay connected with the game now that gaming is becoming a full-fledged hobby. Not that it wasn't before, but the internet has allowed us a lot of time to indulge in ways that we wouldn't have been able to before. One of those ways, like I said, was podcasts. Now, every other week you get the DCP firing range, which I will forever call the firing line. I don't know why. It's just something about the way this works. But you've got a panel of 5 dudes made up of Fallout Plays, Cool Guy, Drewski, Cammy Cakes, and the sleeveless one himself, Mercules. Now, these guys are all certified killers. Not only inside the game, but they are pretty heavy hitters in the world of the content creation for Destiny. And it's a little more technical than other podcasts. These guys are the dudes that get into cones and damage drop off and things like that. The real intricacies of the game, that real nerd shit. I like watching that kind of thing. I know it's not for everybody, but I do believe that it definitely has its place for players like me with my 1.0 KD. If you want to get better, you need to see how the other half lives. These guys are the other half on that end of the spectrum. So it's nice to get to pick their brains. Nice to get to see them communicating with the community. The other one is a weekly podcast called RGH, or the Real Gamer Hours podcast. And over here you have MTashed, True Vanguard, and Rick. That comment section is Out of Control Caucus. Now these guys are a little more on the entertaining trip. Not that they are not badasses. They obviously are. As someone who was on the receiving end of a couple of thrashings from True Vanguard back in Destiny 1, I can tell you they know what's going on. It is a little bit of a palate cleanser after all the cones and numbers. It's also a little bit broader in spectrum. You'll hear a lot of talk about the game itself, the condition of the game, the business behind the game, things like that. It's not all just about slaying out. They also cover a lot of different games, a lot of drama in the industry. Not necessarily my favorite topic, but I know that it moves engagement, so I understand. And of course, it's always nice to be plugged in on things like that. So I just thought I would let you guys know how I spend my downtime when I can't actually get on the game. I am in no way affiliated with, nor do I know any of these dudes. I do banter with some of them from time to time on Twitter. go check them out. Like I said, it's not necessarily about the guys, even though they're all cool. It's about the improving as a player and being tapped into our hobby. And both of these fulfill that pretty well for me. So as a resource, I thought that I would share this with you. If you are a new player here, what are known as blueberries in the Destiny community, you're going to notice that I talk a lot about things like this. I much more of a content creator for the people, or at least that's how I would like for this to work out. I don't have anything against people who have high skill level. I do believe that we are all part of what makes Destiny work, because if it was just a bunch of dudes like me running around, then there wouldn't be any aspirational activities because you wouldn't be able to get there. And if it were only dudes like these guys running around, then there wouldn't be any aspirational activities because everybody would have already gotten there. You know, that's just a basic layout of why a game needs sweats and plebs. And I do believe that we can all find some common ground. Now, granted, especially with a lot of the talk on trials, I don't always agree with everything that they have to say, but it is nice to get their perspective, and it is nice to use their perspective to inform my perspective, because in case you haven't noticed, I'm big on a thing around here called fight the status quo. And all I mean by that is learn to think for yourself. Don't do what's cool because it's cool. Don't do it because everybody else is doing it, and don't not do it because everybody else is doing it. Make up your own mind, make up your own decisions. You're going to find out that you're going to start making better decisions when you can learn to think for yourself. And as I said, both of these podcasts are resources for you to learn to think for yourself. So check them out. Not affiliated, not an ad, just a little advice. As I said, I did get some gaming in. I got most of my weekly stuff done for Destiny. Going to be excited about Flight when it shows up. That's about all on that front. Like I said, for the channel, t-shirts are designed. Got a little bit more business stuff to do on the back end to get them done, but they will be out by Monday, and I'm excited about that because that is a little window of time that I will get to actually go back and play games now instead of sitting around staring into Illustrator. So that's pretty much it. Thanks again. Reach down below you here. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, comment. I do not bite. You can follow me across all social media at HDTGeorge. Nobody else is camping that name. I seem to have it all to myself. Thank you very much. I'll see you again tomorrow. And until then, remember, fight the status quo.